Hello everyone, you're welcome on today's episode of Health and Beauty Kitchen. Today I'm here with my sister. She will be preparing cake. What kind of cake are you doing?
It's going to be an almond carrot
Ooh,
sponge cake
almond carrot. Wow, wow,
and
wow, wow.
sponge cake.
Sponge cake. All right, so that's what we'll be doing today. So let's join her now on our Health and Beauty Kitchen. Please subscribe because there will be a lot and a lot of exciting health and beauty kitchen. So let's go. All right, so what are you doing now?
Well, that's the butter. You put the butter. I'm doing 8 ounces of everything. So
Okay,
8 ounces of butter,
okay,
8 ounces of caster sugar.
okay,
Then when you're doing the egg, it's half of the size of the eggs.
okay,
That's four.
okay,
And then when they start being fluffy, whitish, then we start breaking it in. Give me a few minutes, then we start breaking. It's a skill because you need to make
okay.
sure the shell doesn't go in
Yeah.
with the eggs.
Wow.
So when you click once and press it open, then it comes down. Click again, press it open,
Okay.
no shells.
Wow.
And then back again when we blend it. This is the trick. Everything must be white. The naan is like light yellow, but the best is when it's light, kind of like creamish. We need to then, this is the whole
What
nutmeg.
is it?
Nutmeg. It tastes better than the powdered one.
Okay.
So you break it. Depending on how you like it, I like all my things very
I like
spicy.
because I use it for my bread.
Oh, I see. Oh, no, it's the best because I just love the smell.
Yeah.
The smell is just exciting. Now, I always use the color. When once the color changes to brown, I know I've got enough. Now, everything in the flour is a self-raising flour, but to get it to raise up even more, I'm putting
What's that?
baking
Baking
powder.
powder?
Yeah,
Okay. How many spoons too?
just two.
Just one.
Because I'm doing everything is 8 ounces of butter, 8 ounces of sugar, caster.
Okay, it's on scale.
No, it's on
Oh,
the
I
scale.
didn't even check.
Oh no, it's on the scale. Because if you don't scale it, you're gonna get it wrong.
So what's the quantity now?
Right. That's 8 ounces when you start for the butter and the margarine. But when you're doing the flour for it to close up, it has to be 12.
12.
So you do a quarter of whatever you've done.
Okay.
That's it. All right. So we've got here vanilla.
Okay.
I love that one. Ground cinnamon. That's very lovely. It's just to flavor it. And you just put it all with the flour. Just that. So that when you pour it in, everything mixes together based on how you like it. Now, with the vanilla, you actually put it as is doing that. Put it here.
Okay.
So that way it mixes into liquid. Now, another big trick is to get the milk. Excellent. It just gives it a richer texture than just the normal milk. So you pour it in.
Normal liquid milk.
That
Or there's a
was-
particular milk.
no, this with garnishing is the best.
Okay.
So at this point, I'm gonna stop the machine just so that I can be sure I've got the right quantity of the milk.
Okay.
Because if it's too much, then it gets too soft. Then squeeze, and then squeeze, and then we'll squeeze, then we'll squeeze. Okay, that's enough. Now, you continue mixing a little bit. You don't need to go more than one step when you're actually, blending. Just one step is enough. Because that way, everything is going at a very slow way. Now, another trick, depending on if you're okay with it, is to make sure that you have some lemon. Okay?
You add lemon to it.
You grate the lemon,
Okay.
use the side, the back, and then get to because everything else when they go
I
in.
used to like lemon cake.
Oh no, it's lovely. Because apart from being citrus, the smell is just gorgeous.
Yummy, yummy.
In fact, I can smell it already. And then the other trick is then you break it up and then you pour it in. That's the cake almost done. But you have to use something like this. Meaning it's easy to hold and it's easy to see that it is actually going down. So because the other ones I do find they hang around by the side. And it's a trick.
Okay.
You have to mix everything, all the dry stuff. You mix all the dry stuff,
Okay.
and then you watch as it is swinging round, and then you pour it in. You have to wait for a few seconds, then you pour it in. That way it is mixing
So
to the
everything
bottom.
have technique?
Oh, it's a technique. That's why you either had a hard cake, a fluffy cake,
Okay.
or a no cake at all.
So which one are you doing now?
The fluffy,
Okay.
the very rich cake. That's why it takes a long time because,
Do you train? Can you do online training?
of course,
Okay.
and my cake,
How will you be doing it? Is it like weekly, like once or twice in a week online training?
3 times a week.
Let's say 2 times. I know you're always busy.
All right, 2 times a
Maybe
week.
Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, that's a good date.
Okay, so if you have a student now and she wants to learn it online, how many weekends will it take her to really understand what you're doing?
It's gonna take 6 months.
6 months? Wow.
Right, because this is just the ordinary cake.
Okay.
But then there's a bit we call the icing,
Okay.
where you then decorate the cake.
Okay. That one takes how many weeks?
If you're doing a rich cake, that can take up to a year because you're actually soaking the fruit.
Okay.
And then you do the icing, ferment it, and bake. If it's a sponge cake, but it's a birthday cake, yours is just an ordinary cake.
Okay.
Meaning, if I finish today, 2 days time, the cake is cooled out, then I ice it.
Are you
I
done?
can, I can
Are you
do,
done
no,
with
no, no,
the
it's
powder?
not. No, because at the end, it's just keep going. Then because you either roll the icing paste or you make the actual icing. That's icing sugar. But the rolling one is the one you can then design more, which is why the 6 week, because at the end of the day, the cake can never be finished in one day. You ice it, no, because the cake needs to cool down.
Yeah.
And then you start the rolling because that's a different process. But that process, we call it cake decorating.
Okay.
This is cake
So it
making.
has to be section by section.
Oh yes, this is cake making. The other one is cake decorating.
Decoration.
Where we then do all the decoration
when-
next few minutes. So we just wait for
Now, I mean,
45
for your
minutes.
students, let's assume some students want to register online. So, like, knowing the measurement of what to add, is it like 2, 3, 4 weeks? Can they
No, no, because you just need the cake to cool down. So like now it goes into the oven, and then maybe tomorrow it's cool down.
Okay, let's
it's ready.
assume you start like on Saturday, then on Sunday the cake will be ready.
It's ready because it's cooled down for you to handle. If not, the cake is going to break when you take it when it's hot,
Okay.
which is the cooling down. Because when you lift up a hot cake, there's no way it's going to break. It's going to change the shape.
Love this.
I know.
Personally, I love cake.
Okay. Now, that's just one thing.
Alright, so what are you doing now?
Right. This we call it the greasing of the pan.
Okay, greasing of the pan.
This is a cake pan.
Alright.
But this is a quicker way.
Okay.
But if I was to do like a rich fruit cake
Alright.
or a thick cake, I wouldn't do it this way. I'll do it with a grease-proof paper.
Yeah.
But the trick with this one is buttery.
Okay, so that it doesn't gum.
It doesn't gum, but it still will gum if you don't follow the next one, which is a trick.
Okay.
Trick is Now the cake has been put in the pan.
Okay.
But you have to move everything from one edge to the other edge.
Okay.
From this one to the other edge. This one to the other edge. Meaning that's the middle that will start rising up.
Okay.
I'm not sure we discovered that, but that's how it's done. So,
Okay. So the cake
So you-
is going into the oven now. All right. Let's see.
it always has to stay in the middle
Okay, in the middle.
because the oven has been on
Okay.
for 20 minutes, so it's nice and hot. And that's it. Right, as you can
Okay,
see,
cake
this
is
is the
ready.
final outcome of our lovely heart-shaped cake
Wow.
for today's Father's Day.
Ooh, this is beautiful. I
That's
love
it.
this.
Within an hour,
I'm
all
gonna
ready to
eat
go.
all.
We can switch it around so you can see how it goes.
Wow, that's fine. Thank you so much. If you want to learn how to make cake online, please contact this my sister. She's really good.
Yeah.
When I say she's really good, so send your number, then she will get in touch with you. Okay.
Thank you
Thank
very
you so
much,
much.
Madam
Bye.
Yuri.